Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Joy.
Hey, Bob.
Had another listener think that I say ahoy, Joy.
I mean, you like to keep it vague so people have to guess.
Yeah. And and they're like, why is he saying oi?
And you're like, 'cause I'm a rhyme master.
'Cause rhyming matters.
True.
Rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Anyway.
It's a weird day.
It's a weird day.
It's a weird time of life. Everybody's panicked about COVID-19.
Oh.
So
Pandemics.
Pandemics.
Be damned.
So we're in a weird mood because we get all the alerts and all the notifications, and it's a lot.
And we're constantly affected by it from a distance.
Right. Right.
Like that Bette Midler song, From a Distance. The world looks blue and green.
You're such a mess. But I mean, it's like, it's not so much that people don't want to be, like, it's not, the problem isn't that people want to be prepared. The problem is that the information is out there to say, hey, this is what it is. This is what you can't do. You know, like, sorry about it. And people just want to do the extra panicking. It's like
Bird flu.
You're right.
What was the there was another animal flu that happened in the
another?
2000s or something, like there was some other kind
I'm
of
just
flu.
thinking about SARS, but
SARS was a thing.
and
I'm
this
just
one is
remembering
growing.
I'm
This one
remembering
is
the powder
growing.
that would come in your mail
Oh yes.
after 9/11.
Right.
All the because as a country we are pushing the panic button repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
We're calling the nurse to the room. Our pain meds are low. They're gonna go away in 6 hours. We need another dose.
Yeah.
We're constantly in a panic over things that maybe we don't panic enough about other things. I don't know, cancer, regular flu.
Right.
Because what we have, like, it's like, is it like 72,000 people die from the flu every year? Something like that. And then...
Is it that high?
It's pretty high.
Because I thought it was like, because it's like 0.1%. So, but how much ever that is of.
Right.
I don't know.
People making people every day, though. You know? Every 8 seconds, a baby is born, if you didn't know the statistic on that.
I didn't have it memorized.
It's just one of those things that we just, so 12,000 to 61,000 deaths annually since 2010.
Okay.
And we've had, 2,000 in the entire world die of this coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just statistics in America.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're making me do that face that I hate doing.
Right.
It's just like, eh.
Like, I get the thing is that it's spreading, and so people are concerned again, but it's just like panicking doesn't really do anything. Like panicking, and like getting yourself onto a flurry, in what way does that protect you? I think that's the problem. That to me feels like the problem. It feels like if I think about this all the time and if I read the latest updates every 2 hours, then like that puts you in some kind of magical bubble, and it doesn't.
No, because I mean, realistically, they're like, stop fucking buying masks.
Right.
The only thing that's going to save you is washing your fucking hands, which you should be doing anyway. We shouldn't have to have a reminder at this point in our lives. But that's all they're saying. Which, trust the government as much as you want to trust the government. But still, like, medical people are saying, just wash your motherfucking hands, just like normal.
Right.
And I saw today, somebody posted that, get ready for this, Joy.
Okay.
That sexual intercourse causes the spread of various viruses and diseases.
What? That's crazy.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I was going to say, never heard of such a thing in my life.
Have never taken medication for such a thing either.
Brand new news.
But
confessional moment.
I'm just like, all these already known things are. It's like when winter hits and people have to learn how to drive again.
It is.
That's all I feel like we need to give it, right? I mean, I'll give you an update when I catch it, and when I die from it. Joy will be on here doing a final podcast to let you all know
Right.
that I have died from the coronavirus.
3 hours after I figure out how to work the equipment.
Right. I mean, it'll take you some time.
But I'll get there. I'll Google a lot.
In my second week, I'll start teaching you things. But if I do die from the coronavirus, I need everyone to understand that you cannot blame the Chinese.
Right.
But I mean, that's my main thing about it. It's like it's been hyped up so much, and they're making it out to be something that's Asian, South Asian, and they've caused it over here. Like,
the thing is, like, people using it to discriminate against people here.
Here, definitely.
Like, how come one girl walked into the store and she had a mask on, and another one didn't have a mask on? Like now. Everybody of Asian descent just has to be in a hazmat suit to leave their house.
I mean, catch them all, burn the witches. No, this is it's just fucking. It's that kind of shit. It's dumb ways of thinking. Every Asian person is not from overseas. Number one,
right.
And number two, and not every person does. Plus, Asian people typically wear those masks anyway because they don't want to catch white people diseases.
Right, I think that's the thing. People don't get that it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean they have something. They're used to wearing
They're used to wearing it. They do it all the time. And whether that's saving them or not, it's still stopping some particles from entering your body. So, anyway, let's talk about some other motherfuckers.
Yes.
We're here to talk about...
the sighing will begin.
The sighing from Joy. All she's going to do is sigh for the rest
and roll
of the
my
episode.
eyes. I have to do the sighing because our listeners can't see me roll.
We do need to figure out a
eyes.
rolling the eyes sound effect that we can play on our phone.
Yeah, like if you could just give me a little button that every time I roll my eyes I could just hit it. Let's work on that.
Let's do that. That sounds like a project for Sprang.
For
Sprang is springing.
Sprang. We're going to work on that, kids.
So we're here to talk about... It's From Heartbreak to Hate Investigates episode.
Yes.
It's another 48 hours, but we're only going to give
People love investigation shows.
We're only going to give you 17 minutes of this investigation. Right. But here we go.
But ta-da.
So we're here to talk about incels. Mm-hmm. Do you know what an incel is?
No, I don't. Tell me. I have to pretend to be the audience, so.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Like every TV show where it's like all the people are like the experts and they talk to each other like it's beginner shit. Have you ever noticed? Like, do that. Okay,
so so incels are members of an online subculture who define themselves as unable to find romantic or sexual partners despite desiring one, a state they describe as inceldom.
Inceldom.
I feel that needs a whisper.
It does.
So, which is perfectly fine to have a subculture. Everyone does.
Everybody wants their own.
I have my own subculture of people who follow me and want to be me, and that's basically just me. But
but your membership is strong.
But a membership is strong,
amongst yourself.
And it's free. And I'll give you an autograph. So incels, the problem that we have with incels is that they're not just people out there who can't get laid.
Okay, right.
They're hate-filled people.
That's the piece that not everybody knows. That's the part that I didn't know.
Yeah, and that they blame everything,
yeah.
like everything possible, for reasons why they are celibate involuntarily.
Right. Well, because it's like when you hear incel, people who kind of know what it is, I think I'm not alone in assuming it's just losers. And by losers, I mean... Well, because my definition of a loser is somebody who's like not even remotely winning at life, but also not trying any of the steps to win at life. You know what I mean? Like
basic bathing.
Like basic bathing.
Yeah.
Learning how to carry on an actual conversation with another person.
Leaving their house when daylight happens so that they possibly could talk to people.
Right. Common courtesies.
Yes.
Yeah, those kinds of things. So, like, if you're not even trying that, then you're a loser, and I'm not going to feel bad about saying it. Fucking up at life while you're trying, that's a whole nother thing. I feel we've all fucked up at life at one point, even though we were trying, right?
But every other month.
And you just get back up. You know,
And
I
you
don't
keep
think
trying.
that doesn't necessarily make you loser. But
No.
these individuals are another category. But
So,
then they take it a step further.
right. So when
Now you're doing the sighing.
that was waiting. I've been waiting to exhale.
Okay.
Like Whitney. Shoop.
Shit.
Anyway. So my main thing with incels, which I guess is the psychological thing, but I feel like maybe they're voluntarily celibate.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I'm reaching out to an incel that might be listening, and I'm trying to maybe give them some knowledge that they might think about,
Okay.
that they might use in their daily life. So I'm saying voluntary celibates, which mash each other out. So celibacy. So my thing is, I feel that they have a type of woman that they want to be romantic with.
Right.
And that maybe somebody who is not in their type or level that they're wanting might be genuinely interested in them in a romantic way, but they're not paying attention to that because they only want Tawny Katane dancing on a car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there are people, and every one of us as humans have a wish list of like what you think your perfect mate would look like.
Absolutely.
But most of us as humans understand that that's almost a not going to happen situation.
Correct.
So then, not that we settle, but our perceptions
we expand. There you go.
Our perception of what we think romance is changes as we get older. But I feel that some of these gentlemen, I don't know if there's women involved, we should check that out too. I just feel some of these gentlemen might just be only wanting a certain woman.
I feel that's the beginning of the problem.
Right, okay.
Right, like I do. I think there's like some unrealistic ideal that they feel they deserve. I feel like this is very much an internal.
You know that I hate that word.
I know. I know, but I feel we can't have this discussion without using the dirty D word. Deserve. I deserve someone that looks like that. And, you know, has a certain level of finances going on and will treat me this certain type of way, even though I would not reciprocate any of that.
Right. Well, I just think they feel like they're like maybe they're looking for, I don't know, who is like Jennifer Aniston type person.
Ew. But I get it.
When there could be just an Amy Poehler type person who's also beautiful, might like them. You know, but they're looking at those.
But when it goes even further,
I'm reaching for things.
I
that
hear.
exist.
I know. You're like reaching into the ethers for sanity and rationality for these individuals.
Oh, look, a monkey.
So part of the problem isn't, well, not part of the other thing that we haven't really gone into is that it's not just unrealistic expectations or wishes.
Right.
It goes beyond that to, like, even you're saying maybe an Amy Poehler type would be into them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if, you know, Meth Kathy down the road would be into them if you. I just made that up. Wasn't that beautiful?
Could it just be methy?
Could be methy. I didn't think about that.
Oh.
Oh shit. I mean, listen, it's not one of our episodes if there's not some ridiculosity at some point. So
ridiculosity.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, I made that word up. That's my new. That's going in the
Nice.
dictionary.
Nice.
Ridiculosity. So, So, yeah, I mean, I think we also have to talk about, like, how fucked up are you that Methy wouldn't even want you?
Right. Well, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I mean, originally when I came up with the idea, it came from discussing with a friend who had a family member shockingly become an incel, and they're just like they're going down a path, you know, a path of weirdness. I feel because like we discussed, maybe they don't leave the house. Maybe that's that. Maybe you should focus on a non-work from home job.
Get more vitamin D.
Maybe D is good, whether you take it up the ass or take it orally, or just like to have it on your face. So there's a good way to get all kinds of vitamin D. But I feel like maybe I'm trying to come from a place.
This is the thing. You are
help.
trying. I was just about to say you are trying to approach this too nicely, and this is why you can't get your words out because you're too busy trying to like refrain from hurting feelings.
Because we really I wanted this to be an episode where we helped people.
I know you did, and I'm
gonna
need you to let it go.
Here we go. I need you to get off your fucking ass. I need you to give up your fucking dreams, and I need you to fucking get away from a computer for 5 fucking minutes. Because the problem with incels that I have, the major problem is, it's not just that they are angry about women, but they blame everything. They blame minorities. They blame immigration. They blame feminist movements, women's rights, abortion. They blame all these different things as why women don't want them.
Yeah. Definitely not their fault.
Definitely not their fault. But, like, it's one of those things, like, if you have 5 friends and 5 friends stop talking to you over time, the calls are coming from inside of the house. Like, it's literally you.
Well, it's like, as we were talking about that aspect of it, because remember I told you I didn't really realize that they had, like, this severe additional racist or misogynist level to it. It's just like they've just decided, you know, I'll take, like, I see you're racist, misogynist, and I will raise you full on, can't get laid in any situation, can't have a relationship. Checkmate.
And I really hate to say that it's just because they don't bathe. And maybe it's the bigot in me. But whenever I picture an incel, I'm going to give you all a picture. I'm going to paint a picture.
Ooh.
So here we go. So shorts, 24/7, 7 days a week. Same shorts, 24/7, 7 days a week. Flip-flops with socks.
No.
The ashiest skin, even though they're white, the ashiest skin possible.
Right.
Because you know how white people can
Flaky
get to
white
that
skin.
level?
Oh, yeah.
They can get to
Oh, yeah.
that cornflake kind of skin.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. So,
yeah.
greasy hair, not a Mac computer, not a Mac person at all. I'm guaranteeing there's no Macs involved. Just a gigantic, maybe 4 monitors.
You said no Macs were harmed in the making of an incel.
Not at all. So, like, 4 monitors. They had one of those build your at home computer sets. So, like, they built their own. They have like 5 billion terabytes of storage. All their computers and monitors light up in flash colors.
Stop it.
Just so they can go on Reddit.
I was gonna say, are there also multiple like game characters that they've created in alternate worlds as well? Like, I feel like that would be part of it. Once you started describing the computers, I'm like, oh come on, give me.
I just think they do avoidance, right? They avoid all types of situations. What we needed to do was actually go beat an incel over the head, throw him in the back of my car, make him fit, whether he would fit or not, because my car is very small. Bring him back here and question him. I know where we can get some.
That'll be our that'll be our next investigation.
They're at the radio station.
Ah,
Because if I ever didn't have a time when I ran into a whole pack of them, it was when I was in radio.
Exactly who you're talking about.
I just it's I don't have words. So here's the thing. I feel like you can hate people. I feel that's valid.
Right.
I feel that you can, to some point in your life, blame the actions of others on reasons that you are the way you are, or maybe how you were raised has an impact on who you are.
Right. However,
However, I feel that there comes to a point where you have to either take that baggage, put it in the back of the Volvo, or work through it with some help.
if Volvo would like to sponsor
Yeah,
us.
Thank you. We both would love a Volvo. Make mine a Volva. But you just have to you have to admit to yourself that you're the problem.
You have to be able to do fractions, is the way
Yes.
I phrase it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you
Find
have
that common denominator.
exactly. Like
Mhm.
we both have been there. I mean, maybe some of us were that way last week in a Walmart parking lot. But all I'm saying is that sometimes, all the time, you have to start taking responsibility for who you are
Yeah. Yeah.
and not blame a feminist movement on why you can't get laid.
Hello. Blaming others is for like your very early 20s, and then it's time to just let that go. Just drop
And that's
that.
usually like, Buffy and I got really drunk last night, and I wasn't going to drink it all, but she made me. Like, that's when you can blame others.
Or my favorite, as you know, when you stomp out of a restaurant, they ruined my fucking birthday. I'm never gonna forget that story. Just
You're
like
never going to get over it.
I'm never gonna get over that.
Do you want to explain?
I was headed to a restaurant. Insert your favorite restaurant here.
Chili's. Not
And
my
this
favorite.
is like one of those Mad Libs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mad Lib.
And out walks this
Skank.
and as I was pausing to open the door, she was whining to her.
Grandmother.
They ruined my fucking birthday. We don't know who they are.
Who they are.
But they were inside the restaurant. So
Ooh.
apparently the whole restaurant ruined her fucking birthday.
Well,
And it was like a barrage of words after that it just drowned out.
Right. And that was recent.
Right. That was like just 2 weekends ago.
I love humans. All humans in all spaces.
That you do.
How do you... I feel like I'd have more to say about these people. I want the incel community to know that someone loves them. It's not me.
Oh, are we sure
Not
about
you.
that? No.
It's not those hot women that they work with.
Mm-mm.
It might be their grandma.
I was gonna say it might be their mother. Yeah.
Some female loves you.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of a female. Without a female, you would not exist. So can you just stop hating females?
Just start there.
Start there. Then maybe you'll stop hating other...
I feel like that's what we should have done. We should have come up with like a baby steps program. Like, if you can't shower every day,
Mm-hmm.
okay, consider showering every other day. That's a baby step.
Maybe
Baby steps.
baby steps.
Don't exhale.
Maybe you should, after you've jacked off, realize, just think about the fact that those women don't exist in the real world. They're real human beings that have jobs, do other things than porn. Maybe they just do porn. Maybe they're that lucrative. I feel like maybe they work at Casey's. I don't know. I'm just saying porn people work everywhere. Get over it. Realize that that's not what you're going to get. Then once you've realized that this ideal woman is something you're not going to attain, you might be able to look at other women and find beauty in them or attraction in others.
I have another baby step. Since you bring up porn, here's a baby step, right? Don't watch professionally shot porn.
No, amateur porn.
Amateur porn. Because then that will give you more realistic.
That's good, Joy.
Yeah, right?
That's good. That's psychological.
Yes.
That's helpful.
Yeah, see?
Baby
I'm
steps.
good at these baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps. Maybe you even use a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Mirrors are not just for toothpaste splatter anymore. We know this. Yeah, amateur porn. That's really good, Joy. That's like PhD level shit right there. I mean, I feel.
I have my moments.
You do, and then when you do, that one time a year, it's pretty amazing. Fuck me.
I feel like that's like the Easter egg anymore. It's like, how far into the episode will Joy say "fuck you" to Bob?
It only took 22 minutes. But other people are on the barbecue. There's other shrimp on the Barbie right now. That's my best Australian accent I've got at this moment. So those are good baby steps, I feel like. Right. I feel like we're having a communication here. Mm-hmm. Also, women, and not just women, because gay men do it too. This is a knowledge point. This is the more you know. Ding. Ooh, yes. Point for an incel out there. All people attracted to males, whether male, female, whatever, will always pick the worst person for them over what you think would be the easiest path. So if you're a super nice guy, and here comes super nice guy who smokes, super nice guy who smokes is it.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of badness, a little bit of it's just that kind of it's the contrast,
true.
Right? Like we've both been there. The nice guy really likes us, the nice guy wants to date us. We want the guy who's not going to fucking call us.
Right.
Who's going to fuck once, come back like 4 months later. Like
cuz everybody does. It's not just women. Everybody does. I'm just not attracted to them. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they're nice and everything, but I just don't feel that chemistry. I don't feel that spark.
That Nicholas spark. Yeah, and if you're
everybody's chasing sparks.
If you're out there an incel and you're watching The Notebook, don't do that to yourself. Just don't watch those type of movies either. Also, if you're gonna change it up and be a bad boy, don't buy a leather jacket. We're moving on from leather.
We're moving on.
And just putting a leather jacket on is not going to make you look cool. Like, no one's ever gotten... I mean, you have to, like... We've talked this before. Leather jackets are earned on the street. Through either knife fights or beating somebody up or being in a band. You don't just get a leather jacket.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you were, like, honestly not somebody who was a bad guy at all, like... You had no attributes. You weren't going to start smoking, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to start throwing litter into the streets. Like, what's a good introductory bad boy type of thing that you could do, but it's not so bad?
Oh, like a sort of bad.
Like a sort of bad.
I say sort of bad is like maybe say hell instead of heck.
Get with you. That's your entry point.
I mean, I've done lots of bad things, and I did a lot of bad things before I was a fully formed adult. So, don't smoke. Don't smoke. Don't drink whiskey. People who drink whiskey are the worst human beings on earth because they'll talk about how great their whiskey is, and they can only have amazing whiskey. Don't be that person either. Don't find a bad thing and then make it into a narcissistic thing.
Okay. I felt like you had a flashback there for a second.
I did. I was just thinking of a date, and it was horrible.
At you I was like, oh,
they didn't have good enough whiskey. It was ridiculous. But drink whiskey if you like.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like, I'm afraid I don't have introductory bad things.
It's
I'm just a bad person.
I wasn't gonna say that. It's just like it's hard. Like I would have to think about something that could be considered bad, but not too bad. You know what I mean? Like,
steal a lighter from a gas station. Don't use it for anything. Just steal it.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.